Today I want to talk about topping up your pond, how I like to do it, and some things to consider when it comes to water chemistry, evaporation, and even heavy rain events and overflows. If you don't already know me, my name is Kev, and my aim is to help people build and maintain a pond without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe and visit my website, Ozponds.com. Now let's start with topping up. My favourite method, hands down, is using rainwater. I've got a few tanks around the place, and for me that's as close as I can get to pure water, without paying for it. It's free, it's natural, and it just makes sense. I've also hooked up some of my gutters to my largest pond, so when it rains it tops itself up, and I've made videos on that. Now topping it up isn't just about adding water, because here's the thing, when water evaporates, only the H2O disappears. All the other stuff, minerals, salts, nutrients, that stays behind. Over time as water evaporates and you're topping it up, those materials can slowly build up inside the pond. Some of it will be dissolved in the water, and some will be in the form of solid waste, sitting at the bottom or caught in the filters. If you've kept aquariums before, you'll know about water changes. They're often done to dilute nitrates and reset things chemically. It's the same idea here, except we're doing it in a backyard pond scale. I've got a video on evaporation if you want to dive deeper into that, and I'll link it below. Your biological filter plays a big role here. Beneficial bacteria help break down ammonia into nitrites and then nitrates, the classic nitrogen cycle. But it's not just nitrogen that you've got to think about. Phosphates can build up too, and guess what? Algae loves phosphates. Some tap water even has phosphate added to protect pipes, not exactly what you want if you're trying to keep algae in check. Same goes for bore water or untreated groundwater. It can carry extra nutrients, salts or minerals into your pond. Even good old tap water isn't consistent. Chemistry can vary from one suburb to the next. While we're on the topic of tap water, if you do big top-ups or a full water change, you've got to watch out for chlorine and chloramine. These can wipe out your biological filter in one go. For small top-ups, I don't worry too much, but if you're doing a big refill, it's definitely worth dechlorinating or letting the water sit before adding it back to the pond. Now just to be clear, it's not all bad. Some of these minerals and salts actually help stabilise the water chemistry. They can improve buffering capacity, keep the pH steady, and support a healthy ecosystem. You'll find serious fish keepers monitoring all of this closely, checking pH, KH, GH, nitrates and so on to keep their fish happy. Me, I'm a bit lazier than that. I'd prefer to build ponds that can look after themselves, with a good mix of rock, pebble, plants and timber, and let nature do the heavy lifting. But here's the thing, every pond is a little different. Different fish, different plants, different climates, different water sources. And that's why I built my blueprint the way I did, to help people create natural systems that are stable and low maintenance. I can't promise results, no one really can, but I've had a lot of people follow my system and share the success stories. You can read their testimonials and decide for yourself if the ecosystem approach is right for you. Now let's flip the script. Instead of water loss, what happens when we get too much water? If you cop a big storm and the pond overflows, you can actually lose a lot of these nutrients and minerals that you've slowly built up. And that might sound like a good thing, but sudden changes in water chemistry, especially when the entire volume of the pond is essentially replaced, can stress your fish and upset the balance. That's where having rock, pebble, plants and wood can really help. All these materials act as a natural buffer, they soak up and stabilise those fluctuations better than a bare liner ever could. And of course, people always ask me about fish escaping during rain events. Yes, that's a real risk. I've done videos showing how I install overflows in some of my ponds, but I don't do it for every build. Whether or not you need one depends on your layout, your fish, and your comfort with risk. These days, I've leaned more and more towards keeping native fish in my ponds, not all of them, but increasingly so. They're more suited to local conditions, and if the unthinkable happens and one makes it to a waterway, it's not such a big deal. I'm not here to tell you what's ethical or not or judge you, that's up to you. But it's something worth thinking about. Water always finds a way. So to wrap it all up, topping water in your pond isn't about just adding water, it's about understanding what's in the water, how it changes over time, and how to work with nature instead of fighting it. If you've got questions or suggestions, leave them below and check out ozponds.com if you need more support. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, feel free to tickle the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching. See ya.